Hi everyone, Tintin57 here with another Train Sim World 2 video, and today I'm back with another fun scenario I found on the Creators Club. So this is a scenario uploaded by community member TomFresco called 08 Maintenance Works. I love Gronks, who doesn't? And I don't use Bakerloo all that much if I'm honest, so I thought I'd give this one a go. So thanks to TomFresco for submitting that and sharing it with us. And if you also want to grab this, you can see the details here now on the screen. And TomFresco has a lot of very good content available right now on Creators Club, so be sure to check out his other items as well whilst you're there. And though it doesn't say specifically, looking at the scenario, you will probably need Bakerloo, of course, Northern Transpennine, and the heavy freight pack for this to run okay. Okay, so here we are, going from Stonebridge to Queen's Park today, just for this short run. And let's get everything set up, ready. Let's have a quick look at the map, just see if there's any points that we need to change before we set off from the depot. Looks good. Okay, we'll move that one. I think we are okay. There is a train in front of us just at the moment, but we won't worry about that for now. We need to be in reverse, not forwards. Let's get some lights on. Let's have a quick look outside. There are plenty of photo opportunities here, so forgive me if I take a few snapshots. This is not something you see every day on the underground, certainly, or any day, I would say. Take some screenshots just for the record. So Stonebridge Park will be our first stop. Take the brakes off. Some acceleration. Actually, you know what? I think we're probably on air brakes because it isn't moving at all. So these particular wagons we've got on the back are vacuum braked, so we need to change the brake over. I think it's down here somewhere. Yeah, so we're on air brakes. So if you do run this, just remember to switch it to vacuum. You can see the brakes are dropping now. So we should be good to go any second. Let's give it a try. Yeah, and we're underway straight away. So just keep that in mind if you do run the scenario. It's something that trips people up quite a bit, I've noticed on the forums. Oh, I love the Gronk. When the heavy freight pack came in for Northern Transpennine, it added so much gameplay. So, I mean, Northern Transpennine is one of my favourite routes, if not my favourite at the moment, and this heavy freight pack really did add a lot of additional stuff, including this Gronk, these wagons we've got here, these trucks, and this is great that we can now run this on different routes. I've been looking more and more overnight at the Creators Club, and there are some scenarios on there for things I just wouldn't have thought of. I mean, okay, this isn't true to life again, but nevertheless, you know, why not? If you like a particular loco, you want to run it really where you want and suspend that reality. So that's what we're doing here a little bit, but it's a UK shunter on a UK route, so you know, that's the level of realism we've got at the moment, but it's good. So thanks to TomFresco for uploading this for us. It's only a short one, it's around 20 to 25 minutes, something like that, but it's good fun. First thing I will say, it's 22 minutes to 5 in the morning, and it's very light, isn't it? We must be in the throngs of summer here for it to be this light at that time. So we got a top speed in this Gronk of 20. So I'm sure we'll be getting up to that as we move along. Hopefully there's plenty of traffic thundering past. And just on this section actually we might get a view of Wembley, because Wembley was put back in on console, and we're on the PS5 of course, so you would expect those landmarks to be in anyway, but yeah, we should get, not far from here, we should get a view of the Wembley Arch, which I'm afraid will be another good screenshot opportunity for the Dovetail Live screenshots. It's best to keep taking those screenshots, saving them up, because if you enter the weekly competition, you just never know whether you've already got a shot that you can use for that competition, rather than take one especially. I've got so many now saved up, I can usually find one that meets the subject for that particular week, which is quite fun. It's quite fun submitting those. I've only won it once, which was quite good. But I do keep submitting them. It's all good fun. I enjoy looking at everybody else's screenshots as well. So I can see some traffic in the platform ahead of us on the opposite side. We've got the West Coast Main Line there over on the right hand side. I'm kind of hoping if in the future we get part of the West Coast Main Line, and therefore if the Avanti license comes in, I'm hoping even we can get some static Avanti trains over there, a couple of Pendolinos, especially when we get to Williston further down, because adding static traffic is something that's happening quite a bit now in the game, as the preservation crew go back and make things make the routes look a bit more lively and a bit more filled. So that West Coast Main Line there is calling out for some additional content there, so fingers crossed. As the underground stock just passes us. I'm interested in the scale here, because look how big the Gronk is compared to the underground stock. It's minute, and I would never have guessed, because the scale is the scale. It is like for like, and I wouldn't have guessed that the underground trains are so small compared to this. So we are at Stonebridge Park, and I think here is where we should be able to look back and see Wembley. We'll just check it in a second. Now these stops of course are just checkpoints. We're not picking up passengers or delivering. There's the arch, there's the Wembley Arch. You can just see the outside wall of Wembley there, which was missing for such a long time on console. It was a shame. Another regular Bakerloo service just comes through. Yeah, these stops are not for anything particular, so we literally come to a stop, release the brakes and carry on to the next one. But it's good fun. I'm enjoying this one. The passengers that use this route regularly will probably be stood there wondering what the heck is going on. They're not aware of Creators Club or that they even live in a game, so this will be a complete surprise to them. So we have a chance here to get some speed up. We are on a downward slope here, just slightly, and as I say that, we are on the flat again. There is quite a big hill coming up not far from here, where we'll pick up some speed. But we're not in a rush. This is one we can enjoy. there will be a scenario for this Gronk, I'm sure, where somebody's actually taken this into the underground tunnels. There's going to be one somewhere. Have a look out for that. One of the most popular videos I ever did on the channel actually was something as crazy and as similar to this. I actually ran the Class 66 with a full freight load, the complete length of the line through the tunnels, which is a crazy idea, but it's a bit of fun. And I think the thumbnail of the 66 on one of the underground platforms probably took people's attention, and they had a look at that video, and it has been one of the most popular ones. I think I did that when Scenario Planner was first made available. I was thinking of all the silly things I could possibly do with it. That was one. But these overground sections are quite nice to run on with the different train setups and locos. But in the case of 66, it was badly clipping the sides of the tunnel as I went through. It was completely ridiculous, but yeah, it was fairly popular. So we got just over 700 yards till we get to Halsden. And we're at full speed now for this Gronk. This is 20 miles per hour. So I'll just take the power off, cruise down. Again, look how empty it looks here on the right. Just need something placed in there. It'd make all the difference. So we'll do a quick stop at Halsden and then we'll get underway again. I think there's 4 stops on this scenario. So it isn't a long one, it's something you can just dip into. Quite a few passengers waiting, let's hope they don't try and hop on. If they do, it'll be a very uncomfortable ride. .46 in the morning. London's starting to wake up. Quite a few people already on the station. Quick toot the whistle. So Willesden Junction is the next stop, just over half a mile. Now I think this is where we get the sharp downhill section, if I recall correctly. So Bakerloo itself, I don't mind. It's not something I can play solidly though. I do like the overground sections, but the underground sections are, if I'm being honest, they're a bit too samey for my liking. So there is a lot of call on the forums for more underground routes, I think, which is fine, as long as we've got the ones with plenty of overground. I think that the underground can get a bit monotonous. Not everybody shares that view, but there's not a lot to see. But these sections, this section of Bakerloo is actually quite nice. I do like this. So we've got a 1.9%. We should start going uphill very shortly. Just make sure we don't go over that 20 miles per hour. We can probably put some throttle in now. It's quite steep, this one, 2.2%. Not sure what we've got in the back of these wagons. but the Gronk will get us up the hill, no problem. Gronk's a bit of a workhorse. This is nothing for a Gronk. So we're nearly at Williston, 300 yards. That's a good view looking down the side. Since we've got the new control layout on the controller, I'm so pleased that the range of views has come back. I know the PC players have been able to use the number keys to continually switch between the different views, but that shift key that was put in on the controller was a really good thing for us that play on console. It's just given us access to so much more, and I do find myself regularly using all the views a little bit more than I used to. So this is Williston. We'll do a very quick stop. Take the brakes off. Make sure nobody tries to jump on. Kensal Green, just under a mile, will be the next place that we visit. So we haven't got far to go now. Hope you guys are enjoying this one. There are many scenarios going up now on the Creators Club. There's so many. It really is breathing some new life into the whole game, to be honest. I've looked at a few of them. I am still having trouble with some items. I'm downloading them and then they're just not there. I can't find any way to make them work. I've also got a couple of scenarios that have gone rogue. So I've subscribed to the scenarios, and then I've played them. I've unsubscribed, but they stay in the list. They stay in the scenario designer for that particular route. And if you go into the scenario designer directly, there's no way you can delete those. They're stuck there. You can't edit them. You can't remove them. You can't do anything with them. So I know that Creators Club is a beta, but there is some work there to do, I think, to be able to let players remove them, or indeed make sure that if you unsubscribe, it actually does remove the scenario itself, because otherwise the amount of stuff that's on there, the amount of stuff that we're going to be downloading, there's going to be a lot of stuff clogging up the game. I know they're only very small sizes. This one, for example, I can't remember now. I'd have to go back and look at the screenshot. But this actual scenario is just a few K in size, so it's not big at all. Because it's using the assets, it's using everything that you've already got installed. So you're literally, all you're downloading is the actual sort of listing, if you will, of what's going where and what's being used, and it just grabs it from the assets you've already got installed. So they're not going to be big. They're not going to be big downloads ever. However, you know, if you go into your scenario planner list and you've got a big massive list there of scenarios that you're not subscribed to, it's going to look a bit untidy. So I don't know when the plan is for this to come out of beta, or how aggressively it will be worked on now going forwards, but I've put that feedback on the forum, and as you use it yourselves, if you've got any feedback, just put that on the forum in the technical report section, and then DTG, who I know regularly look at that technical report section, can pick that up and can feed that back into the next iteration of this. It's been a popular tool so far, so you can imagine that they're giving it quite a bit of attention, and it will receive some constant updates. So do feedback if there's anything you notice. Kensal Green coming up, just the other side of this tunnel. Pretty dark in this tunnel. The Gronk obviously just has marker lights, mainly for navigation, so people can see it going around and not meant to provide any light for the driver. This is Kensal Green. So let's do our quick stop. And I believe after this we've just got one more stop, which is Queen's Park, and that will be the end of the line here for us on this scenario. But I don't know about you guys, but I am having a lot of fun with this tool. I just enjoy going into Creators Club and just browsing, just seeing all the very clever stuff that people have put together, and some of those liveries are great. I'm finding I'm browsing there, not just on the console, but I'm on the Mac, I'm looking through the web and I'm thinking, yeah, that's a good one, I want to try that, and just click it, and then it's great that you can just log onto the console and there it is. It's already ready for you. So as I said on the last video, if you do find any interesting liveries or scenarios, put them down in the comments and maybe we can run one of those on a future video, because I'm going to be doing quite a few of these. They're such good fun. This Gronk is great. So we've got a 15 miles per hour limit coming up. We're slightly downhill, so we'll just take some power off. Just adjust it as we get near it. And I hope you guys are going to try this one out. Let me know if you end up trying it out, if you've not seen this. Maybe you've already run this, maybe you already knew about this one, but I'd be interested to know if these videos will help you have a look and pick up some of the newer content you may not have noticed. I didn't notice how many subscribers this scenario has actually got, but it's changing constantly, so whatever information I would give you now, probably by the time you play this, it's probably got a lot more subscribers. But yeah, it will be interesting. If you watch this and it makes you play this scenario, let me know. So we're nearly there, we're okay speed wise. Just quickly go back into the cab for this last part. So the underground stop there, parked in the shed. This is Queen's Park Station, which is our last stop. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly had fun running this one. I always enjoy the Gronk, whether it be in its usual setting on one of the many routes that we've got that uses the Gronk as standard, or in this kind of scenario. This is good fun. This is really good fun. didn't take us long. It's we're running at about for the actual scenario, we're running about 20 minutes, so it's been really good, and gets us some use of the Gronk elsewhere, which is the main thing. And that would make an excellent thumbnail just there. And that's it, guys, for today's scenario from Creators Club. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks very much for watching along with me. Please do subscribe. Thanks to those that have subscribed already. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye for now.